catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah! Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. You hoes, you. Bitch, this is not last season. Fuck is you talking about? Woo! Miami beat them bitches 123-116 tonight. And I, for one, had a grand old time watching it. We'll start off with Dan the Film Jet. Thank you for the $10 dono. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said, come on now, boys. You know the drill. Jim VP. Bell VP. Jim VP. Bell VP. Jim VP. Bell VP. Marcus Dump is a flop. For shit show. Follow my guy Star Fox. Make sure y'all like this video. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the Basement Sports Network to post-game shows like this after every game. Enough of that shit. I'm your host, Roy A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by my guy, Stone. Stone, how you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. The Celtics lost, and it's because of something that the Miami Heat did well. This is just beautiful time of year, man.
Come on now. Come on now. This is my favorite type of basketball here. Miami beating Boston motherfucking ass. Also pulling up, we got my boy George. George, how you doing this evening?
Fan-fucking-tastic. Fantastic.
I with that. I feel the same way. And of course, rounding out this panel, we got 3 members of the Kang gang. Of course, we got the chairman on the bottom, brother Ricky J. Mark. Kang, how you doing this evening?
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of like a champion tonight. I don't know. It feels good.
Talk
it feels
to me
good.
Nice. Boy said he was on that 2013. Go ahead.
That's actually the ring that's on my finger right now. It's been 10 years, and, you know, the Heat have won a title in every decade since Michael Jordan retired, so why not start now?
Come on now. I know a member of the Little 12 when I see them. Also, we got my boy Kane Kendall. One time for the one time. Kendall, how you doing today?
The boys feeling good. I'm doing great. We got a dub in Boston. The revenge tour has started, and we got to get it back in blood. Fuck what niggas talking about. Yeah, that's the way you set a tone.
I feel like that's exactly what they did. Set a tone tonight on this. And coming back to work for the first time in fucking months, we got my boy, new tooth, new him, my boy Kane Bryan. One time for the one time, Bryan. How you doing today, my boy?
What's up? I actually didn't even know that the Miami Heat were still in the playoffs. I didn't know they were playing basketball until today. I know they had some business with the Chicago Bulls, and they were down in the fourth quarter, and I turned off the TV. Never came back. So this is a surprise to me. I really, really am shocked. I saw an ad for it, and I tuned in. So this is cool to see. Anybody going to give me shit for that? You turned off the TV too. So, yeah, I guess we're still doing this.
Talk that talk, my boy. Want to thank David Sassy with the $5 dono. He said Juan Toscano Anderson with the caring attitude was traveling like Luisito Comunica out there. Look at you now. Y'all got the boy getting bilingual out this bitch. But we're going to start my boy Kendall. Kendall, give me your thoughts on the overall game. Y'all get on my dog Ricky Dick, bro. That's what y'all going to do, bro.
Nah, it feels good.
Shut the fuck up, Ricky J. Mark. I'm trying to help you out here. Go ahead, Kendall. Give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
Can you pass it around?
Sure, no problem. No problem. Bryan, we ain't heard from you in a minute. First Heat game you've watched in a while. Tell me what you saw.
If I'm being honest, when I watched the Heat play today, they looked a lot like the same team that we saw all 82, or for all 82. The only difference being there's no Tyler Herro, so the defense is a little bit better, and there's no Victor Oladipo, so the offense is a little bit better. And then Jimmy Butler is giving us an extra 15. I don't know where the hell he's pulling out this Michael Jordan act, year in, year out, but it's pretty special to see. If I'm being honest, I think that when I watch the Heat play, I know they're in the Eastern Conference Finals. People are going to give me shit for this. They still don't look like a particularly special team, though they did hit a lot of threes. I have no idea where the 3-point shooting was all season. But I do think that there's something to say in sports when you have a team that believes in themselves, a player, whatever, that believes in themselves, right? Like, I think that a lot of these gaps between these teams actually aren't that big. But you go into a series, you're a 1 seed and 8 seed. You're the 8 seed. You've already given up. You do not give a fuck. You already got the flights booked to Cancun. You show up, you see Giannis dunk on you, and you're just like, all right, cool. Series over. I'm done. You don't try. But the Heat, for whatever it's worth, culture, whatever the cheesy bullshit that they push to the fans to sell merchandise, with these guys is actually real. I see a squad that, for what it's worth, like, they're not phased. They can be down 10 in Boston, and they're not saying this is the better team. Fuck it. We're going to throw our hands up. And they fight, man. They fight throughout the whole game, and, you take that confidence to keep going every play. You take that confidence, in a guy like Jimmy Butler. You take the crazy, unsustainable 3-point shooting, and you can win. Again, I'm still going into every game going to say that they're the underdog. So if I had to part with my money, I would never bet on the Heat to win a single game. But again, you have that confidence mixed with, I want to be nice. I want to be nice with unexpected shooting and lackadaisical play from the other team. You can win games. I think that's what happened tonight. A lot of factors came together in the Heat's favor, and they're chugging along the little train that could, and they did. So, shout out to them.
I agree with you, because in the first half we did look a lot like that regular season team. Like, Boston was getting to the rim at will. It's like they were walking through that shredded cheese defense. James Lowry, my brother, if you related to the guy who I think you are, bless your genealogy. He said payback from last year when Tatum cooked us with that Kobe armband in Game 7. First of all, that Jason Tatum Kobe bag is disgusting. My boy Jeff with the 99 Hiya Bucks. He said, lead us, Royal. Take us there. I am him. He is I. That is what I do, Jeff. I will promise you, we get into the promised land with the boy leading the charge. Lucky _ Luciano 23 with the $2 dono. He said, this Heat team reminds me of the 2018 Raptors. The 2018 Raptors was much more talented than this Heat team. They had Pascal Siakam. They had Fred VanVleet. They had skinnier Kyle Lowry.
Ain't they get swept?
They were swept by LeBron in the second round.
Just LeBron.
2019 Raptors won the title.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Get us together, Cain. Thank you, James Todd, with the $20 dono. He said another Game 1 road win. That's the formula, brother. Still home court early. Our stars were stars, and our bench did an amazing job tonight. We have the best player in this series, and this team is not phased at all. The postseason has been unreal. Looking for revenge. 2016. Hey. Go ahead, Stone. Give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
It was like just kind of which team shot itself in the foot more. Like in the first half, why we kind of looked like that regular season team, I felt like was a lot of bad turnovers, guys playing hero ball, that kind of thing. They settled down in the second half and they really locked in defensively, and that's kind of how they were able to get out in front, and that's how they kind of sparked that run. So I really thought they did it on the defensive end. That was the big story tonight, was Boston kind of goes out there and treats basketball like it's a YMCA run, and the Heat lock in and they want to have a dogfight with you on the defensive side. And that's how they sparked that big run in the third quarter. And that was kind of the story of the game to me. The fourth quarter is kind of just them taking care of business. And it was nice to see that they didn't make that too exciting for us.
I'm not going to lie, Stone. Like, I feel you, bro, because a lot of times they felt like they were trying to do the thing that they did against Philly. Like, you can let the lead get away from you a little bit, and then you make your push at the end. The other team eventually folds, lets you complete it. Miami is not that team. We are not Philadelphia. Like, you have to kill us. Like, because if you don't, We will come back, and we're going to continue to do so. Cain, Ricky, go ahead and give me your thoughts on the game.
From the moment the game started, I found myself encouraged as a result of Bam Adebayo pretty much being assertive and imposing his will on the game. He only finished with about 20 points and 8 rebounds, but it really felt like he had a 34-15 night. He was everywhere he needed to be for a good portion of the first half and maintained a certain level of steadiness in the second half. Not even YouTube TV sucking. Okay, you guys suck tonight.
You're
terrible.
Don't you talk?
Like,
don't
what
talk
do you?
to
What do you do? Sorry,
Don't talk to YouTube like that. Don't talk to that check ain't
Let me
clear.
refocus.
No.
Let me refocus. No, but not even their television service could stop him tonight. And this Heat team just continues to, I guess, amuse me, surprise me at this point, because they've been bringing the same kind of funk every night, it seems, with everybody healthy. And they just went into Boston, despite the calls, despite the whining, despite everything. And for the most part, they held serve. They maintained a certain level of steadiness, even when they went down by about 11 points, when it was like 72-59 or something like that. A lot of teams would have folded. And yet somehow Miami, Spo's like, you know what? I'm going to do what Missoula didn't do in the third quarter when we scored 46 points. I'm going to call a timeout, regroup the guys, and handle their business. Speaking of Cody Zeller, yikes. Okay, yikes. I think it speaks to the fact that this roster is very depleted from a talent and a personnel standpoint. There's not really that much left out there. And the only other guy that plays center or forward is a 42-year-old guy who can't really move. And that's not a diss. It's just there's a reason he's retiring this year.
The boy killer does have a solution for that.
Dwight Howard.
I look forward to hearing that. But no,
Howard.
It's interesting to see how this team really went in there. I mean, Bam was able to maintain a steady pace throughout the game. And when push came to shove in the fourth quarter, Jimmy took this team home. And man, I'm intrigued by what's coming next, but this is a very encouraging start for the Miami Heat. It really is.
Jason Tatum explained why he only took 5 shots in the second half. Hey, my brother, you got to give credit where credit is due. They made that boy fluster. He tried to take a few more. They forced him into some turnovers late. Shit was getting ugly. Dan the Film Gen again with the $5 dono. He said, Joe clipboard throwing Missoula is a bum. And that was followed up by Demetrius. We're going to call you Jock Carter. He said, coaching will matter in this series. That is a handicap match if I ever seen one, brother. George, you popped out, but you popped back in. Go ahead and get your shit off, bro.
There's so many players you can give the torch to today and say they played incredible. You know, you got Jimmy dropping 35, 6 steals, and Bam playing unbelievable D the entire game. But like down the stretch, the Celtics are known to be an incredibly poor team. When games, I think it was within 2 minutes, and it's decided to by 3 or more points in these playoffs, they're 0-3.
0-4.
They're 0-3. 0-4 now. But what Max Strus and Caleb Martin did to Jason Tatum at the end of the game was fucking incredible. Not only did you lock him up, he should have had about 3 tech fouls in the last 5 minutes just throwing the ball. He grabbed the ball and ran with it. I thought I was watching Tyreek Hill. It was just running straight down the court with the ball. I don't get it. I don't get how you're not calling a tech foul on that but that doesn't matter. You got the big problems in the regular season that don't translate to today's game, especially like today, as in today's game, is we had no bench scoring, poor defense. We brought all of that. You know, we had got 4 guys that weren't named Jimmy Butler and Bam to have 15 points. You had incredible defense from Bam, especially after I think it was that 15-minute stint where they were just cutting backdoor every single time and just exploiting us every 5 seconds. It fucking sucked. It sucked, but then you regrouped, you figured it out. You brought K-Love on as well. He did a lot of good stuff when he was on the floor. Kyle Lowry, man, where the fuck was this? Like seriously, you make me look like a fucking fool out here. I literally called you a bum, and you come out and you're doing this now.
Don't care.
He's fucking incredible. He's doing incredible off the bench, and that's exactly where we said he should have gone as well. People that actually watched the basement, who actually watched us, would know that we were saying put his ass on the bench and let him work from there. Let him work from home. All right, not here.
Hey, brother, I don't need recognition for all the right predictions that I say. This would be a 45-hour show if we just went through all the film of all the times that I was right. Want to thank LeBrent Alston for the $4.99. Don't know. He said Kyle Lowry, close to 18-point average, homie. Not in this series. Thank you, David Sassy, with the $5. Don't know. This is a nasty ass comment. He said Peyton Pritchard is Jada Pinkett Smith with the Hooper package of Isaiah Cannon. That's disgusting. You should not say that. Say those kinds of things about Jada Pinkett Smith or Peyton Pritchard, honestly. Thank you, Just the Bless, with the $1.99. Don't know. He said, see, he's talking about winning 3 or 4 quarters again. Hey, bro. Hey, let them have that. I'll take the game. Alex Campbell with the $4.99. Don't know. He said Gabe Vincent maybe up to 38% from the field. Gabe played all right tonight. Gabe hooped tonight. So I'm not going to give him too much shit. Dan the Film Jet again with the $5 dono. He said, never give Missoula another clipboard again, because if he keeps throwing those things to the ground, he's going to lose his insurance with those things. But you know who won't lose insurance? The basement, because we got the primary sponsor of the network, which is Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Pugh or give him a call today and tell him that the basement sent you. Email our dude at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that is 321-345-7738. We want to thank James Pugh and the people over at Simple Health Advisors for sponsoring this show and the network in its totality. Appreciate the love again, Dan the Film Jet, my boy. You're consistent with those things. Every time, bro, we get a little change on top of a little change fucking with you. Thank you, David Sassy, with the $2 dono. He said, lead us, Joe Missoula. Take us there. Listen, that boy finna get his ass cooked all series, bro. They should just prepare for that. Want to thank the nasty man, Darius Jordan, with the 50 bones one time, real quick. He said that little adjustment Spo did with Bam and K-Love to start the second half was the difference in coaching. The matchup led to every switch for Tatum or Brown going to Bam or Jimmy, and that help was always Caleb, with Pate being defended by a big. For sure, Spo did a lot of ingenious things, like those timeouts that Spo chose to call, like right when they were about to start a run. Those also like killed momentum, like real quick. We've been 17 minutes into this show, and y'all ain't heard from Kane Kendall. So we gonna go ahead and let my boy ISO Kendall give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
Big time dub. Everybody for the most part did their job. Niggas was acting like hoes. No way around it. Niggas was bitches in that first half. And it was Caleb Martin, it was Max Strus, and it was Gabe Vincent. Like, I know it's a talent gap, but tonight it just felt like they was just laying down. You know what I'm saying? I ain't see the dog in them. I ain't sense it. Wasn't there. But then offensively, they came out. It was Bam, Jimmy, Kevin Love, and Max Strus. Well, the starters, I guess. And they got into a rhythm. Boston started playing like Boston, bro. And that's just it's the X factor. I said it in the pregame space. They dumber than a motherfucker, bro. Like, I don't know why they didn't. Once we start going in that second half, they just said, all right, we're going to play fast with y'all for whatever reason. Instead of just slowing it down, saying Boston should literally just hunt mismatches all series. And I think they will win in 5 games. But they're not smart enough to do that. Joe Mazzulla, he waited until like 4 or 5 minutes left to when Bam caught the ball on the block against anybody, he was going to bring someone over. Why'd you wait so long? I don't know, but thank you. And Jimmy Butler was Jimmy Butler when we needed him to be Jimmy Butler. I will say, what's the buddy name? Cody Zeller. Your 8 minutes just got slashed to 4. Bam got to play 44 this series. Like, he has to. It's really no choice. Shout out to Spo. Shout out, because Spo, whatever the halftime was, I think it was simple, and he let them boys know what it was. They came out and they executed. And the blueprint has been set in stone for 13. It's simple at this point. We're not going to switch on defense. You perimeter players, that's on y'all. Like, he gonna be at the back line because it just keeps him engaged in the basketball game and it's translating over to offense. It was like late in the fourth it was a fourth where he got an over the back call on Derek White where he just tried to go for the rebound. I loved it. Like, personally, I loved it. It made so much sense. It was like, bro, that's a little man. If you could tip that ball and keep this shit going, do that. He left a little bit at the line. Want to fix that. And he had a couple that rimmed out, but for the most part, like, bro was the best player on the court, like, through 3 quarters, and then Jimmy closed the show. Kyle, like, people was calling me crazy, including my man Royal, when I said 18. He didn't get 18, but bro, it is what it is. Like, every nigga on this roster gotta elevate their game. I know that they may not have the talent on paper to do it, but fuck that. Like, y'all boys went out like hoes. And for the most part, it was like the rest of the roster. Like, because it came down to one game for me. Jimmy and Bam performed in that game 7. Like, up to that point, that whole rest of that series didn't matter at that point. But in that game 7, like, the rest of the team let them 2 boys down. And I think tonight, like, was literally the perfect night. I said in the space, I was worried because there was a trend where Bam scoring and 3-point shooting was just not aligning. Tonight, that was no problem. And Harry said it. If that happens, we may blow him out. And we didn't blow him out, but especially because of the first half defense. But it was damn near close on the brink. So now, let's get real. I might be getting ahead of myself. Win game 2.
We know your strategy. Be greedy.
Be greedy. Fuck all that split shit. I never agree with that. I think it's the lamest shit in the world. Oh, we won. No, put these niggas in the dirt. Because if they win game 2, Boston may be going home in 5 games at the maximum. Because if they come back to Miami up 2-0, you better get that third one. Because if you don't, you get in your head bust. I'm just being real, because there's this thing I hate, that aura word, that aura. There's this thing with Jimmy, bro. Like, it's just there. Where whatever needs to be done, when he senses that blood and it's all in that ocean, he hunting like a shark, bro. So, good win, good job. Shout out to everybody for just playing their role, except for Cody Zeller and Duncan to some degree. But Duncan didn't really get fried on defense, so I'll even give Duncan a passing grade.
For sure. Todd Miller, don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, boy. Learn how to read, Todd. Learn how to read.
Hey. I don't know what state he's from, but he might be from America. And you know how our education system set up.
Come on now. That's not what he said. Go back and reread what he said.
Come
back here and tell me it was I do want to focus on Bam, though, because I know Jimmy Butler, what he did tonight, incredible, whatever. But I agree with Kendall. Through 3 quarters, Bam was the best player on this team. Thank you, Alex Kevin, with the $4.99. Don't know. Is that these dudes won't let UD officially retire. Hey, my brother, send my boy out with a ring. You fuck is you talking about? Send him out with one more so he can have the same number as Shaq.
So who better all time? Tell me how my ass is.
Who better all time? Udonis Haslem, but Shaq. Both of them got 4 rings. Go ahead, talk about Bam a little bit, Brian, because I do want to hear what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, no, Bam has played really great, and I think it's really crazy that after I said there's a reason I call him TRT Bam, but it's crazy that after I said that Bam had low T, he starts playing better. So I don't know who he went to get those shots, but his voice a little deeper. He was walking a little taller. So shout out to his doctor. But yeah, man, I think a lot of it has just been a mindset change to be more aggressive on both ends and not rely on your shooters to win you games. So he's not he's not playing at Jimmy level, but yeah, he gave me 20-10 in the Elite D, essentially regular season Bam. I'm happy. I'm not going to complain. Do your thing through about the filibuster. Suck my dick, Andrew Blake. But yeah, you play well through 3 quarters. You let Jimmy take over the fourth. Great. You know, I really don't have shit to say.
For real, like I think one of the things like that we saw translate in Georgia Company, one thing that we saw translate from last series was just his general disposition about being this is gonna sound wild, but being more forceful inside. Like he's found a way to kind of make a greater impact. Shut up, Richie, bro.
Wow, where? And what where he made the impact?
On the inside, on the interior. You know what I'm saying?
Of what?
In the box.
Yeah.
Forward George talking about the nasty man pulling up again with a $50 dono. He would come with motherfuckers saying some spicy shit. He said, I will fry Todd like $5 pig chicken. Fuck is you talking about? Fuck it. You come on now. You know we got you, nasty man. Jeff again with the dollars. Playoff Jimmy, aggressive Bam equals championship. I'm fucking with it, Jeff. I'm fucking with it. Thank you, David Sasson, with the $2 dono. He said Caleb showed his Troy Polamalu bag in the second half. Y'all know that boy layup package is violent. George, I want to talk about Bam and how his, I guess, more determination in terms of like playing on the inside has been like key to the way we've seen him play over the past couple games.
I think it's best to take it back to last year as well, because when we were versing the Celtics last year, Robert Williams looked like he was stopping Bam. He was, having his way. He was stopping him from getting to down lows, doing everything the right way. And it was fucking frustrating because Bam is a far more talented player than Rob will ever be. Will ever be. And today you've got him going minus 14, plus minus. And you did everything fucking right. And it's because you got down low and you went hard for the board. You did everything. You played like a traditional big man, but you put your own spin on it. He guarded the perimeter. He switched well. He dribbled the ball up a bunch of times. He did everything. And that's the reason why the team is succeeding now is because he's putting his heart out there, day in, game out, and actually putting his best foot forward. When you've got pussyfooting Bam, you don't have the best Miami Heat. You've got like 15 undrafted players, a Jimmy Butler, and a guy who can be good. Today, when he plays well, he gets everyone involved. His passing was phenomenal. His dribbling was phenomenal. Everything about what he did today, his hustle, even what Kendall said before, I brought it up. When he went up for the board and pushed Derek White out of the way, that's exactly what you do. Enforce your will down there. That's what you are. You are a big man. You may only be 6'9", but damn, you fucking better be the tallest person out there, especially when you're playing on this team. They've got Horford, they've got Will, they've got a bunch of guys who are taller than him, but he looked like the most dominant player on the floor tonight, and it's not even close. It's not even close.
Well, it's close now because we gonna get to who looked a little bit more dominant next. But I'm finna put that boy Stone in the pack. Stone, Joel Embiid scored 15 points against this team in Game 7. Bam Adebayo had 20 this game.
Oh yeah,
he looked a whole lot better than Joel Embiid did against. Are you still trading Bam Adebayo for Joel Embiid? Stone Schloss?
Joel Embiid.
Joel.
Man, what? This is just incredible. Like, what? Yeah, sure. I'll live and die by it. I'm a sick man.
Good man.
Bam can only fool me so many times. He still hasn't gotten past the fool me test. I need to see this for 6 more games. 6 more games. I need to see this for 6 more games.
That's right.
6 more games.
So
I want 6 more games.
If Bam ain't fooled you, I can agree, but I'm not even finna debate that. If Bam ain't fooled you, what the fuck is Joel Embiid doing, my brother?
Hey, when him and Jimmy finally link up and we get 60 free throws a game, it is going to be beautiful. It's going to be the slowest basketball you've ever seen in your life. They're going to take any team that tries to play fast and they're going to say, you know what? We're fine living at the line, and they're going to just rattle off championship after championship. Just with their Jimmy Joel whistle. It's going to be pump fake.
They tried that in Philly.
And Kawhi with a prayer ended that.
Shut up. The boy Todd Miller trying to get back in my good graces talking to me like this. Don't talk to me like that. You disrespected me earlier. Keep that same energy. Stone, I actually want to hear your actual thoughts on Bam tonight instead of fucking with you about the Joel thing.
No, he was great. He dominated. That's kind of all we asked for, is just for when he does kind of this post-up game over and over again and he's never going downhill, it just feels stagnant and he can kind of fall out of the rotation. But when he's getting active in transition, when he's playing fast, when he's rolling really hard, more opportunities open up for him. And it felt like he was just too much speed for their bigs to kind of handle down low. And that's what was really impressive to me tonight. And I think him and Kevin Love continue to kind of play better off of each other with more experience together. So I kind of like Kevin Love there.
Haywood Highsmith, quit sending us messages about Embiid in here. Ricky, I want to hear your thoughts on Bam's game tonight.
Pretty sure I mentioned him earlier, but I'll make some more stuff up. Why not? We've got time, right?
If you don't want to talk, I will pass this rock.
No, I got some stuff to say.
Okay,
I mean, here's the thing.
Okay.
Despite the fact that Bam is 6'9", that didn't stop Ben Wallace from being a dominant player within his game. It didn't stop Alonzo Mourning from being dominant, reasonably dominant when he wasn't choking against the Knicks in the playoffs. It didn't stop Draymond Green from.
Kay, we got to have a quick council meeting right quick. We got 4 of us here. What is going on with the girl Jess? Do you see that emoji at the end of this? What are we doing here?
Is that a shot?
Jess! Ricky,
they got
the Kane game.
The Illuminati.
Whoa!
Chakras and what's that stuff called? The space racism? Astrology.
Jess!
Hey, man.
She
joined the Illuminati.
Yeah, first of all, just gave us 20 of the dollars that I just gave y'all the other day back to the network, like she did something. So we don't give. Here's some grant. Go ahead, feel free.
Thank you. Shout out to Jessica
He's
Landsberg,
nasty, Mark. I
aka.
shouldn't have did that, but go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
For what? What did I? I didn't.
You know what Jess is, and you know how we feel about you and what Jess is. Don't start with me. You volunteer.
Retired hooper. Shout out to Jessica Landsberg, aka Black 12, for the $20 dono. Here's some grad money. Can't wrap my head around where this team is at. If you asked me 6 months ago about a dub in Boston, or even being in the Eastern Conference Finals, I'd say you're crazy. Also, Big Z is that's a reference, is a liability on the court. Much love, appropriation.
White gang side.
Gentlemen, I want you to do me a favor. Remove this cracker from my show.
Wait,
Stone had to catch the string.
Right. Stone is Justice representation tonight, so he got to get up out of here. Wall there with a $35 dono. He said, fuck Boston. We agree. You spit and beat, dog. Cortopia was next. Thank you, Cortopia, with the $19.99 dono. He said, okay, adjustments discussed. What does Miami do differently next game? Ball don't lie. I think that's a good discussion. We've talked enough about Bama. Let's give it. You wanted to jump in on this conversation before we moved it on?
I was in the process.
Don't care.
Process.
Don't care.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Bam. He was a dog tonight. The blueprint is there. The blueprint is there. Play with it.
It's time for
Kendall's Negro Saturday night.
Presented by Simple Health Advisors.
Whoa, welcome to the Negro Saturday night. Now, a lot of good things happen. But I was troubled by Marcus Smart looking like Magic Johnson, dropping dimes wherever he wanted. 11 assists, 10 came in the first half, I believe. Miami, we ain't gonna let that happen. But I also got a glowing Negro Saturday tonight. Okay. This man usually makes not only me, well, me and Threatening have been searching for this man for quite some time now. He was located in Boston, but for our own safety, we chose not to go. Gabriel Vincent. Sir, that's how you do it. It's as simple as that. When it feels good, it feels like some strippers and tootsies, my brother. Pull. When it feels like you at Gusto's, pass the pill. You don't gotta shoot every shot you see. Every shot that's there. Gabe Vincent got into the lane and had this nice little nice little midi, short little J, and I'm like, he's playing basketball like a man who's trying to earn an A+ grade on 2K. It's as simple as that. This man scored 15 points on 6 fucking shots, bro. Shout out to you, Gabe. You was getting dog walked on defense, but you only had 1 turnover. Bro, that's how you do it. And it's funny.
Go ahead.
Shout out to him because, the narrative of, not really narrative, but Shams dropped the whole, might be a starter, significant pay increase. My brother, you are shining. We want you to get that pay increase. Just not here. Keep hauling while you are here. And that's Kendall's Negro Saturday night. And bam, the blueprint is set, bro. Like, it is set in stone. I just said set in stone. I had to get him the fuck out of here because he was hating on Bam, talking about some Joel Embiid. Fuck Joel Embiid. And waiting for Bam to play because I know that nigga be on the internet. It ain't no way he don't be. He see them edits, them jersey swaps. Way to play like a fucking dog, bro. Because if you don't, we in trouble.
You know what else Bam might have seen? Bam might have seen that video that we posted earlier today.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boy Sosa for putting that together. Make sure y'all follow our TikTok page. I don't know what it is because I don't go on that hoe, but go on TikTok and look for the Basement TikTok page. Follow us on there. The boy Sosa been turning up with the content. So shout out to him. Shout out to the TikTok. Y'all see how the boy weave that in. Ricky, we're going to start the adjustment conversation with you. What does Miami have to do differently in order to achieve Kendall's goal of winning both games in Boston?
Well, I do believe that they need to be much more disciplined on offense. The turnovers were a problem in the first half. I don't know what that's going to take because outside of Gabe Iverson and Kyle Lowry, there aren't really any other. Oh, wait a minute. They do have a point guard. He's 6'9" and he wears number 13. Theoretically, you could try running the offense a little bit more through Bam where he's handling the ball more and hoping that he doesn't turn it over. But no, I think that's a main thing that that gave the Celtics a lot of life. And what should I acknowledge this person? Thank you, Cartopia, for the
199. Don't know. Shut up and just answer the question piece. Whoa.
Who put Cartopia in charge?
How can we answer a question if we're shutting up? How is that a thing?
First
one or the other. Make a decision.
Cartopia, you stick to the donating me money. Let me stick to hosting this stream. We good? Okay, Ricky Cook.
Yeah, well, long story short, basically, I think it's necessary for them to pretty much honestly just tone down the bad passes.
I agree, bro. I think the turnovers were a big problem. A lot of reason why Boston was able to kind of jump out on us. What do you see as the adjustment that Miami can make next game?
I just think it's about coming out more aggressive. I've noticed and I get it, like Jimmy's ankle is probably not, 1,000%, but he's been saving himself till late in the games and that formula is working for them. But I think that the momentum you can really steal by going up early in game 2 is so worth just going for that knockout punch early rather than kind of trying to float and coast through game 2. Because if you can't put him away early on that kind of effort, then maybe you can buy him some rest later in the game and focus on game 3. But I would just come out as aggressive as possible, start game 2. You can pretty much tell early what's going to happen, I think, in the next game.
Hey, Tatum gotta hate that man, bro.
Bro, because they look like twins, bro. But so I agree. I think we do have to come out with a bit more aggression in terms of like the way that we play, because Boston is going to come out and try and put us down early. Like they are going to want revenge. Shout out to boy Dale. They're gonna want revenge in game 2. And I think if Miami is able to stem that tide and kind of turn it into another ugly game, then that gives us the best chance of repeating today's result. George, what adjustment do you see Miami making from this game to the next?
In the start of the fourth quarter, how we had that big, bald, and tall white guy jump on the court? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Because if Jalen fucking Brunson can play 48 straight minutes, Bam Adebayo can play 45. I do not care. I love you, Spo. You have done an amazing job. But that guy is not an NBA talented basketball player in the playoffs. He is the last 6 minutes of the game when we're up by 23 in the regular season. That's when he sees minutes. And I do not want to see anything about Omer Yurtseven. I don't give a fuck. He is not. He's on this team. He's just sitting there. He will not be playing either.
He's not even a regular season player, George.
He is a summer league prodigy, and that's where he will stay, and that's where he will develop alongside the likes of Jamari Bouye and Kyle Guy Jr. That is where you stay, my friend, averaging 30 and 15.
First of all, you sneaking a Jamar Bouye bar into a Heat.
He is so good. He is so good, guys. He is so good.
It is disgusting.
He will be playing for the Miami Heat next season. I can guarantee you that.
Brian.
And I am not talking to Skyforce.
Oh, is the boy George still talking? My bad, George. Continue to talk, white man, if you are talking.
I'm just saying, in any other case, the adjustments need to be made. There was a point in the fourth quarter where we were up by 6. I think it was 6 with about 3.5, 4 minutes left. We hadn't scored a basket in 3 minutes. Can you fuck off, Stone? Can you fuck off right off?
Why would Bam go to the Warriors if Embiid's going to the?
Right. I was, but
I may be the kangaroo man, but you need to hop into timeout, my friend. You are gone, finished, done, cooked, and served. Finished.
Shrimp on the body.
Hit him with the boomerang straight. Go ahead, bro.
Blooming onions, he said.
Trying to tell you, the Outback Steakhouse straight. Go ahead, Brian. 7 what adjustments you see being made from game 1 to game 2 by Miami.
I don't know if it was just me, but it felt like Boston was really, really slow getting out the Miami shooters. So I could definitely see the Heat trying to get their guys more looks, like to Ricky's point, probably run more stuff through Bam. Now on the flip side, like I could see Miami trying or being less concerned about Boston 3-point shooters and just kind of try to protect the paint because, their guys, I don't know why they stopped doing it in the third quarter, but when Brogdon, Tatum, and Brown were trying to get to the rim, they did it basically every time and it was a bucket. So if it's me, I'm like, you know what? We're going to let the other guys shoot. I think they shot decently today. The stats are, not super on my brain, but
Miami shot 51% today from 3.
Who? Miami?
Boston.
Yeah.
Miami. Boston was 34%.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's kind of where I thought. So I'm like, all right, if I'm Miami, again, more threes, Boston, less twos inside. We could live with 34% if we're shooting 45 and taking, 10, 15 more threes. So that's where I would look. I'm assuming they're probably going to double Jimmy because it felt like today they were obviously, like switching off defenders on him, but it didn't feel like he was seeing too many doubles. So I think there's probably going to be more guys open. So just make that extra pass and live with the result.
Doubling Jimmy is not. I thought you was going the other way. Like I would think they would double Bam. Like they cannot play him 1-on-1. That is not a thing that they should do. Like it's not going to work out well for them.
Do you want to double a willing passer though?
I'm sorry.
I mean, do you want to double a willing passer? I mean, our issues with Bam has been him being aggressive, and given that he's known for willingly giving up the ball, wouldn't doubling him actually just potentially?
Sure, but that wasn't the case tonight. Like, he wasn't passing shit. He was looking for a shot, and then when they brought the double, he passed it. But I would think that they could live with Jimmy being the one, like, carrying the offensive load. They probably won't be able to survive if Bam is carrying them through 3 quarters and Jimmy is closing. Like, that's not a formula for success for Boston. Kendall, what adjustments do you see being made from game 1 to game 2?
Max, Caleb, Gabe, Kyle a little bit, Max a little bit too. Like, he was early on, but he didn't play much in the second. It felt like, man up, 10 toes, 2 feet on the concrete, put niggas' dicks in the dirt. Do not let them boys just bump you off your spot like that, bro. Because if you dead ass look at it, like, I think Robert Williams had 12 points through like the first half, and he was like 6 of 6 or some shit. And like 6 or 8 of those points came directly off of like the fact that Bam had to rotate over because like they just drove to the lane like way too easily against them boys. And he got offensive rebounds. He got putbacks. In the second half, them boys toughened up and they stopped letting them drive, in part to Boston being stupid, like, because that's how silly they get. And yeah, Robert Williams didn't do anything in the second half. Like, I think he scored like 2 points, and I think they were both off free throws. So he had 7 rebounds. I know for a fact he had 3 offensive rebounds in the first like 3 minutes of the game. Like 5 minutes of the game, he finished with 4. So it's like, it's kind of like the perimeter defense is going to predicate how effective Robert Williams is on offense. And like, if you can X out Robert Williams on offense, like, and make him ineffective, like, Jimmy is going to attack him on the other end. Like, they could play Robert Williams off the court. And I don't think he played Bam that well either. Like, Bam hit a couple, like, little floaters over him. That was on point. He hit a jumper over him. So, and I think Boston is going to guard Bam one-on-one with Robert Williams. And if they're going to do that, then fine. And one thing they could keep perfectly the same, Al Horford, I think that boy is a pumpkin, officially. I think we could slap that pumpkin tag on him for most of this series. I think, because I don't know. He won out there to me. Like, so keep doing that.
Yeah. I agree. Al Horford looked like fools out there. It did not. But even to your Bam point on when it came to Rob Will, I think Bam had a couple more opportunities that he just didn't take because he was able, like when he was getting those like pump fakes off, he was able to get Rob Will up in the air. And he wasn't shooting all of them. He just kind of pumped.
And he didn't finish a couple that was like he finished some tough ones, but he didn't finish like some easy ones.
He didn't finish. That's what I'm saying. Like he had a putback with one hand that I think he could have dunked, but he didn't. He tried to like tap it in and it didn't go in. But yeah, I think that's the point. Cartopia with the $4.99. He said, "Love y'all, no disrespect, my brother. That's the way of the show. You disrespect us, we disrespect y'all back." He said, "Final question: what do we do to win game 2?" We just talked.
I can answer this one.
Go ahead, Ricky.
Score more points than the Celtics after 4 quarters.
Or you can outscore them in 1 quarter of the 4. It just got to be by about 21 points, and then you might be good.
You know how
that's
Boston
clever.
is. If
like
Boston wins 3 out of 4 quarters, then they feel like they won the game. So we just gonna let them continue to feel like that for 4 straight games in the series. And then
Biden's America, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to fucking America. Let's go on to this next game because we got 10 minutes left. What's up, bro? What's up, Ricky?
No. I'm playing.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let's go to this next game. I know we didn't get to a lot of – actually, let's take some time and get to some of these other players because I do want to talk about Jimmy. I do want to talk about the role players. We'll give 2 people Jimmy, those the black people up top, the 2 top black people. I'm sorry, it's 3 of y'all up here. Y'all will talk about Jimmy, and then we're going to go around everybody, pick a role player, talk about next game, close this shit out. So talk about Jimmy tonight, Brian.
Yeah, again, like I legit do not know where the hell the Michael Jordan shit came from. More realistic, like it's almost like 2019 Kawhi is Jimmy right now. He's been fantastic. Like it's everything we saw in the regular season, except, and this is like, I know people think that I'm like Tyler Herro hater. Like this really is not me talking shit about Tyler Herro. I think that giving Jimmy a lot of the possessions that Tyler had in the regular season, like just upping that volume, because those possessions are going to be better looks. They're going to be more efficient looks every single time. So that helps. Like
that nigga hating.
Like
it's unavoidable, bro. It's unavoidable.
Like would you rather have Jimmy driving to the rim or Tyler Herro taking a pull-up three against someone that's like, you know what I mean? So
I want Iguodala.
Like it's winning those battles at the margins that, you know, has Jimmy looking like, hey, I don't know where the fuck the 3-point shooter is coming from. The middy's looking nice. Like that boy is he's something else. Like I for real, when people say Jimmy just trolls the whole regular season, like that's true. Like if you watched him be a 27 per game guy, he could be. Like that is who he's been all off season or all postseason. Like you look at the numbers, like you doing shit that like Kobe wasn't doing in a postseason. You know, it's crazy. So I really can't say enough. That man is amazing. I'm not saying he's winning like Kobe. I'm just saying the numbers. Ricky, you can Google it, bro. You got the whole ass internet. Like I'm telling you.
You think I need to Google that?
Playing, you know, RIP to Kobe. I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying, like, you give me 35, 6 or 6. Like, what do you want me to say?
Kobe was ass in his last 3 years. Okay.
Well, we're not talking about his last 3 years. We're talking about his career. But I'll take that from you, Brian, and raise it to some stakes. Yes, Kobe was not this efficient. Like, let's not get it misconstrued.
Yeah.
And I will take that 2019 Kawhi shit. This is better.
Hey,
it's not even close.
This team is so much worse than the 2019.
It's so much worse than Jimmy.
It's not even close. Like Jimmy, this version of Jimmy Butler.
Listen.
No. What you not going to do is, yes, I'm glad you said sorry, Max Strus. But what you definitely wasn't going to do is cut a real nigga off. But yeah, Jimmy on some shit like is God body levels of basketball at times. Like it's insane. Like and tonight, like defensively, what he had 6 steals?
Hell yeah.
Bro, it was one where like I think Al Horford like outran Max Strus to the ball, where Strus kind of like slowed up because I think he wouldn't have got there. And Jimmy like went to rotate and just said, no, he's about to throw this ball behind me to Jason Tatum. And did like a 180, just caught that bitch and just went and it got the fast break on. So it's like, yeah, Jimmy him. And you said 2 people talk about Jimmy. I do want to just say Maxwell Strus. Tyler, I hope you're taking notes if you happen to come back.
Bro.
Because he's given the blueprint.
I wonder where I heard that type of shit before. If Tyler Herro played like Max Strus and Duncan I ain't even gonna get in that bag, bro. I don't know. Why would I bring that up? Go ahead.
Maxwell was on some shit, bro. And offensively, all game. But shout out to that man defensively late against Tatum. We have seen that before. In that late regular season game last year going into the playoffs when we beat Boston, he stripped Jason Tatum driving to the rim. So Max be getting his every once in a while. We don't want a steady diet of it because we already know how that's gonna go. You know, it ain't gonna work. But yeah, Max did his thing tonight, man. Like, way to come up big defensively at the end. I can take that. Like,
I'm glad you bring up Jimmy Steals because he should have had 7 of them hoes. They called the foul on one of them, and it was not a foul. He got all ball. I think that was on Marcus Smart. Sorry ass. Stone, you was trying to jump in here, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just like it's really funny to me that we always hear this story about Jimmy Butler and like this famous practice in Minnesota where he like ran with a bunch of G Leaguers and beat all these all-stars. And it's funny to me that he took that and decided like, I want to make this my NBA career. And he's just been running with G Leaguers on the Miami Heat ever since. And it's pretty special to watch. And I think it's funny because like he can bark at these guys and there's no egos involved. And like, he's just like he's a good fit for these guys. I mean, he's the only fit for these guys, but these guys relatively sometimes when they're not showing us all their ass are like a decent fit around him.
No, for sure. I want to give everybody an opportunity to pick a role player and talk about him. Ricky, go ahead and pick your role player, brother.
Before I do that, Kendall, when you say God body, are you talking about arm, leg, what is it? Arm, leg, arm, head? Or something like that?
I shoot your arm, leg, arm, leg, shoot your arm, leg, arm. Yeah, leg. I shoot your arm, leg, arm, head, or some shit like that. I just know it. I know it from Wayne. I know. I'm just talking shit.
I got you. I got you. I know it from Jay-Z's Heaven. That song goes hard. But we'll talk rap later. Pick a role player. You know, I'm gonna give a shout out to Kevin Boquan Love. He threw some passes in. I think it was the second or third quarter that gave me third. Thank you, King. That gave me game 1, third quarter Knicks Heat nightmares. I mean memories. Memories. Great. Now I'm going back to that place again.
We put y'all niggas in the dirt.
Fuck is you talking about?
What is it?
Sorry ass niggas.
Why would you want to put? That's kind of dirty and gross. Like, why would you want to?
Are you going to talk about a player?
Yeah, Kevin Love. He made some pretty interesting passes and hit some important threes that kind of contributed a great deal to what they were trying to do. I think, especially considering how, on occasion, I had some concerns about Al Horford and Robert Williams potentially gang rebounding Bam out of the paint, and they were able to kind of spell that for a little while before they adjusted a little bit. So yeah, I'll give Kevin Boquan Love a lot of credit for that. And plus, those passes are going to be very helpful in the event that they want to release Bam out into the out on the break and have him actually take advantage of his athleticism. If guys are
never give any pass like that, never in his Miami Heat career.
Hold on, y'all, because I got a surprise for
everybody. They will never do it.
Surprise for me. There's a man in the background who I want to bring up. He has never made an appearance here. Shout out to my
boy. What up, Chino? Yo, Wagwan. Yo, hold on. Yo, why Jason Tatum I tried to travel to Cancun already? The man fucking bag and I travel. Say, yo, hold on, brother. We have to win 3 more games, brother. You can't travel to Cancun yet, dog. Bumbleclad.
Yeah, my brother Chino.
Slow down. Yeah. Hey, yo, Jimmy Butler. Yo, Jimmy is him. Hey, yo.
Big up in the building.
Big up. Hey, big up everybody. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Share the thing to your friends and family. Everybody, and just post it all over your social media, cause we're there, I know the basement sports entertainment. We're there, we're gonna nice up the thing. Cause yo, Miami I win the championship this year, you know. What
you talking about, Tino?
Yo, Miami I win the championship this year, yo. We are parade done up. Yo, I was part of the team look here. Maybe they even know, you know, cause I don't live in Miami. But we are parade somewhere. I don't talk about no rare parade. I talk about real championship parade. Hey, I want to know. Big up the thing.
Shout out to the gang for pulling up one time. We ain't doing no more predictions. We boy Darius Joy gave $30. He say, Chino, face reveal.
Of course it comes from the freaking nigga.
Of course. You know what? We ain't even finna do no more talking. We have 59 minutes. My boy Chino set the tone for game 1. We'll see y'all game 2. Hey, Chino, tell that boy Justin to play this video, bro.
Yo, Justin, run the video, dog.
Oh, yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on there and take your shoes.